The Cat in the Hat, and I was going to talk about William S. Burrows. William S. Burrows. No, not William S. Burrows. It was a different one. William Tompkins. His book selected by Extraterrestrials. It was all about how, as a boy, he would go down to the Navy docks and see Navy ships, and he would go home and make models and drawings. And then the Navy found out about it, and they hired him on. And then the Navy assigned him to work at Lockheed, where he made enormous plans for interplanetary craft. And at some point, William Tompkins went to high school in Hollywood. Maybe it was Hollywood High School. And the strange thing about this book is he wrote that when he was in his teens at Hollywood High School, all the children in all the grades were having group sex with themselves and with their teachers. Is Hollywood really that weird? William Tompkins. It's a fascinating book. Is it true? I'll leave it at, is it true? William S. Burroughs was another strange man. Strange author. He was very popular in the 1950s. He was known as a beat poet. He didn't really do poetry. He did strange novels. They were often very sexual. And they kind of put you out of your head. They're a very strange kind of a book. The Cat in the Hat shows up at your house. He's going to cook an omelet. He's going to make a hell of a mess, and you're going to flip out. You're going to flip out because my mummy's coming home. My mummy should have been home already, and my damn cat in the hat hasn't finished cooking the omelet, and there's a bloody mess all over the house. And then what happens? You look at your watch. Mummy's not here. The cat is still at it. 10 minutes later, you look at your watch. This damn cat is still at it. This goes on and on. You keep looking at your watch. You keep looking at your watch. The cat keeps going. Finally, the cat starts cleaning up. Starts cleaning up. Starts cleaning up. Clean up, clean up, clean up, clean up, clean up. The house is spotless. Your mother was supposed to be home 2 hours ago. Never showed up. The house is spotless. The cat, not the fat cat, the cat fed you an omelette. It was a lovely omelette. The house was a shambles. It's all cleaned up. This cat buggered off out your door. It's gone. Your mother comes in, wipes her boots. Says, hello, dear, gives you a kiss on the cheek. How was your day? How are you going to tell your mother that this damn cat came in, made the unbelievable mess, cooked you an omelette, cleaned it all up, buggered off, and somehow Mummy didn't show up in the middle of it? Rumpelstiltskin, the king of the imps, our great friend, used to call these kind of stories for girls and boys, and then after we'd put stories for boys and girls, and we'd reverse them back and forth. Because they, and then today we said, well, what about transgendered? So we put stories for transgendered boys. It's just that Rumpelstiltskin loves these kind of stories. These stories that are, there was a TV show, I think it was, or a comic book called Amazing Stories. That's what these are. They're amazing stories. They're wonderful stories. No one believes they're true until it happens to you. Maybe you won't have a cat in a hat, but someday, somehow, you will have a cat in a hat story. The impossible thing, totally impossible, happens to you. That will be your story for girls and boys to tell around the campfire. Everyone will look at you and say, what a wonderful story. How'd you ever think it up? And you'll wonder, you'll ponder. Shall I say, it's not a real, made-up story. It's a real story. It really happened. Or will you say, well, I've got a good imagination? One last thing. The story goes, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Is life a dream? The Tibetan yogis, yes, they say it is true. The yogis in Tibet that spend years and years and years in caves meditating, they said there is such a thing as called the Tibetan dream yoga. And the whole idea of it is to convince yourself that this life that you're having right now is a dream. And the more dreamlike you come to believe life can be, the more dreamlike it will be. Wilby Daniels was a character in, not the Nutty Professor, it was a Walt Disney film in the 1950s. It was about a boy who shapeshifted into a dog. Is it a cat in the hat story? Is it real? Are there really werewolves, people who change into werewolves? An American Werewolf in London was a great movie about a man who got bitten by a werewolf and became a werewolf. If you haven't seen an American Werewolf in London, you better go, because I'm losing my ability to enunciate. I'm Christopher Isherwood. Thank you for watching Cat in the Hat TV.